Alrighty, so let's just continue on. In the last video, we got embarrassed by Mr. Lautrec, so we're gonna kind of go up and see if we can get our revenge on him. See if we can kind of redeem ourselves a little bit. I know we weren't really completely. I think he just dropped something too, and I'm so angry that I died to that guy. So I don't even give a shit. I don't even give a shit. Now, one thing you can do too with Lautrec, if you decide not to kill him at all, he will eventually kill the firekeeper who's in that cage, and that keeps you from being able to use that bonfire again at Firelink Shrine. But you have the ability later on, you have the chance to later on to, in Rolando, to invade his world. He leaves by like a crackling eye or something like that. I forget the name of the item. But with that item, you can invade his world and kill him. But he has two other people with him. But if you're able to kill him, he will drop her soul, and you're able to go back and bring her back to life. Or you can just use it to upgrade your Estus Flask. You bastard. And I just, for no reason, used two Estus Flasks. I'm an idiot. Oh, funny. And there he is. So, here we go. I hate this guy so much. He's just a jerk. I don't know why I bothered to use an Estus Flask there. That made no sense. So we've got him low, and he's got a little ring that activates. And wait, that's almost just as bad. That's like insulting. That's like ending in a tie. That's so stupid. That really just pisses me off. And like in relation to that, if you decide to wait and kill him after you ring the first bell, yeah, what can you do? He's like sitting right outside our cage, but he's like right on the edge of the cliff, so you can actually just go and kick him, and he falls off. And you can just quit out of the game, reload it, and his ring will be there. So we're going to actually go back to the bonfire and restore our humanity and become human. That way we can summon Solaire, because we're going straight from here. We're going up to the Gargoyle boss fight. Like I said, we're going to summon Solaire so we can get his Sunlight Medal, and so we can keep him throughout the game. And like I said, this is a beginner's guide, so it's definitely going to help beginners to be able to summon Solaire, because you'll be able to use him through some of the tougher fights in the game. Alright, sorry about that. I guess I just had a little technical difficulty with my audio, but we're gonna push through. That was basically, I'm human now, so now we can summon in other people and NPCs into the game to help me. But the danger to being online or a human is that you are basically playing online now. and at any time someone can invade into your game. But I was basically saying before my audio messed up, is that you can now summoning Solaire. I think is a vital part for, you know, especially like a first timer, your first playthrough in the game, because you have the opportunity to summon him through some of the harder boss fights in the game, including the final boss. But it gets a bit tricky at that point, because you have to like trigger every single event with him to be able to make that happen. I got some whiskey drink. It's good shit. That's good shit. Again, it's probably the last time I'll have to do this. I hate this part. Guys, zombies on my feet, grossing me out. You really do, like, that's the thing with Dark Souls. You will probably die more getting to the bosses than at the actual bosses themselves. So we'll go in here and retrieve our souls. We had quite a few. And I was a little worried for a second that for some reason I wouldn't get his ring because we died at the same time, but it's just right up here in his little box. Now this ring is awesome. It gives you a 25% bonus in your health and stamina, and ups your equipment load. But the thing with it is, once you put it on, you cannot take it off, or it will break. So we're gonna probably wear it through a majority of the game. At least we're probably gonna wear it just until we get the Darkwood Grain Ring. I think that's what it's called. That's the one that it ups your equipment load and lets you flip like a ninja. So the boss is through here. You'll see a couple summons. See, there's a summon sign there that I could use to summon somebody, but he disappeared like right there, so that's fine. We don't want anybody anyway. We are going to summon Solaire. It's just right here, and his is that golden, you know, it's not going to be white. That's how you can kind of tell the difference between like an NPC, like his, and just like any other humans. So you can see there's another person there. And he's the Sunlight Brotherhood person too, but we're not even going to bother. We're just going to stick with Solaire. Now the Gargoyle boss fight can be challenging if you don't summon Solaire. If you don't summon him in, you basically want to play defensive. Once you get like the first Gargoyle, once you get him down to like half of his health, a second Gargoyle will come down. That makes the fight a lot harder. And also you kind of want to be sure that you try and cut off his tail, as he'll drop the Gargoyle item. We got it there. Awesome. You're able to block most of his attacks too with your shield, other than that fire attack, which you'll just want to avoid altogether. See, here comes the second Gargoyle, but we've already killed the first one, no problem. And we'll make short work of his buddy here. And he's done. That's all. Easy breezy. And you'll see we'll get a Sunlight Medal. And Humanity, which was awesome. A nice chunk of souls. So we'll go over here and ring the first bell. Take a long climb up the ladder. Now what's cool about it too, like once you get up here and get outside, you can see, like the area you see is just fantastic. You can see like where you started out, and kind of you can see Sin's Fortress, just like kind of the brick sort of building in the distance. That's where we'll be going after we ring the second bell, which we're going to skip the cutscene because I've seen this tons. Maybe we don't. Maybe we look at everything and how pretty it is. There's, I believe that's Sin Fortress right over there, so we'll be making our way there later. Homeward Bones are nice little items because that'll warp you back to your previously used bonfire if you don't want to walk all the way back. I'm like super paranoid about falling, so I'm just like tiptoeing up to the ladder. And there's going to be a guy now at the bottom of the church. Well, not really the bottom of the church, but at the bottom of the bell tower. And he's actually pretty useful. You learn like the best emote from him, the "what is it" gesture, which is my favorite one in the game. And he also has the ability, he sells you a couple of spells, and he gives you the ability to break covenants and absolve any sins, which basically if you've accidentally pissed somebody off in the game, you know, you automatically attacked a merchant or something, or a blacksmith, you can use him to absolve it, and they're cool with you again. We'll go ahead and equip it and use it here. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, so what are we going to do next? This has been a pretty productive video. Get the Ring of Favor and Protection. Killed a boss. Oh, okay. I think what we're going to do now is actually go show the blacksmith. I do believe. He actually sells an item called the Crest of Artorias, I think is what it's called. And that actually, it's 20,000 souls, but well worth it. I mean, we've saved up enough. We're going to go and buy it. And that actually unlocks the place where you can... that's like the really nice farming spot in the game. Like really like low risk farming takes place at that spot. So we're gonna head down this bridge, this little walkway. And this is also where you'll head towards when you go towards Sin's Fortress. This is kind of the path to that, which will actually run up to the gate. There's a Onion Knight dude who's just chilling out in front of the gate, just in his own little world there. There's that bonfire I talked about before. But he actually has like a nice little quest line that we'll activate too here, which you'll find him here. You find him like throughout the game, like you'll find him here, and then further into Sin's Fortress, and then in Orlando. And then you'll actually come across his daughter going towards the Duke's Archive, or past the Duke's Archives, towards the Crystal Caverns. So you'll talk to him a couple times so you can be done with this little event. You can actually buy his armor in Sin's Fortress as well, and I'll show you the vendor to that when we get to it. So now we're going to try and get to the blacksmith before time runs out on this video. Okay, just got gifted another Estus flask. That's awesome. I'm booking it, man. I'm trying to get there.
Well, I'm not prepared.
This guy will do a lot of enchants for you. He'll do a lot of like fire enchants and just basic weapon enchants, and he gives you another gesture there. And here is the crest that we're gonna buy. Crest of Artorias, 20,000 souls. Definitely well worth it. Definitely. And we're gonna end the video here, and we will show you that little farming spot on the next video.
Don't get yourself
Thanks for watching.
Night.